Okay, so welcome everybody to our, again, Bohemia Interactive live stream with TKOM Mars. I'm Matt Lightfoot, Associate Producer, and this is Martin Melichárek.
Hey guys.
Project Lead for TKOM Mars. So Martin, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, today we want to look at the newest features. So for one, we want to look at the hydroponics, so basically growing your own food. Specifically, we've only implemented the potato for now. So basically you plant seeds, grow that into a plant, and eventually harvest it for both potatoes and new seeds. Additionally, we also will be looking at the survival elements. So that includes the ones we've implemented thus far, which is the need to drink water, the need to eat food, and the need to eat vitamins, which usually is not done, but here it's important on Mars. So, and apart from that, we also will look at the landing module in multiplayer.
Awesome. Sorry, all I could think of when you said the potatoes was taters. What are taters, master?
And then the song which ensues after that.
Yeah. So we're going to jump in game. We're going to have a server up that's going to be public. It's aptly named Bohemia Livestream, so feel free to jump in and kind of join us while we're going through the latest update. And we'll point out some of the real key features and cool things that TKOM Mars has now got. So, should we jump in?
Okay.
You'll have to click Stream Setup.
Stream Setup.
And then jump in game.
And here we go.
Okay. So, this is where we find out that there's no spaces on the server anymore.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we? Have you started it?
Yeah, I believe I have. Ah.
There you go.
Yeah, I apologise.
Yeah, you just have to be careful when you're alt-tabbing. Make sure you go alt-enter first. And off we go. And now it should be up, so no one will be in there yet. Matt Lightfoot joined the game. So where is it? There it is. And off we go. So we'll be in a second.
So, one of the guys in chat, Jeroni, is asking, so, he's never seen any gameplay. How is it? So, would you like to kind of give us a rundown of what is TKOM Mars? What can you do in it?
Okay, well, TKOM Mars, I would say it's kind of two games in one, so to speak, because there have been many reviews about TKOM Mars which kind of address it as more of a rover simulator, but in reality it's rovers as well as people, as you can see here. So this is the multiplayer. So the gameplay for the robotics section is very different to the gameplay of the manned section. So I think we're landing right now. No, we've landed already. Cool.
Okay.
Alright, so let's just hop out. And so the interaction we have in TKOM Mars is done through these 3D panels. So you can see I can go from 2D mouse into 3D, etc. So I'm just going to open a door there.
Yeah.
So here's everyone. Hello, guys.
I'm guessing this is a one-man job.
No, it actually can fit two. Oh, I got the heavy suit. Okay, doesn't matter.
Time to get a little bit comfortable.
Yeah. Okay, so down to the cargo bay.
Breathe in.
External safe. Okay, so one big change that's occurred recently is your suit no longer refills when you're in an oxygen-filled zone. You do have to put it into the holders, which I should have showed before I left it. Doesn't matter, not important. Alright, so Matt's just moving the...
So I'll pull this out.
Yes. Cool. I'll just, I'll take this vehicle out. Is the ramp out yet or not yet?
Yeah, the ramp's out.
Oh, pardon me. Alright, so let's just get out here. What's this? I'm hearing a lot of ambient noise.
So what?
Oh, right, yeah. I'm going to turn on realistic sound, which is a new feature as well. The reason is because immediately you'll notice. Yep, perfect.
Okay.
You notice that basically I can only hear sounds, which are alt-tab back in, please, because you want to disconnect me.
Sorry.
I'm losing connection. All right, cool, I'm back.
Okay, sorry, that was my mistake.
Just go.
Alt-tab, yeah.
Yeah, alt-enter. Why isn't it working?
Yeah.
Oh, wrong enter.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, that was my mistake.
All right, no worries. Oh, you got some funky stuff happening there. Right, so the sound which we just heard, the jet engine, was essentially the new machine, which is this one. This is the topsoil extractor. It's work in progress. So one thing you'll notice over here down the bottom is a tube which just goes into the ground. That tube will actually be moving around on the surface, and it actually sucks up soil. So that's what it's doing here. It's essentially a big vacuum cleaner, so to speak. So it's just sucking up the soil into these barrels, and then on those barrels we'd connect to, for example, the hydroponic station. Now, you can see the hydroponic station here is on the surface, which should actually be in a building.
I'll start assembling us some.
Yeah, sweet. So first build a base platform.
Yeah.
All right. So one of the things you'll notice is that growing plants is dynamic. Unfortunately, we can't really see it here, but I'm just going to grab one of these plants, put it in my hand, so you can see it. So basically, you can see the lovely potato plants. So here we have beautiful taters ready to eat, and we have fruits up here as well, which in fact a lot of people don't know about. I didn't know myself until I actually implemented this. So I will grab this one. We can see it should be blooming flowers soon, and it's not yet. Oh, there they are. They're starting to grow. You can see it just at the little edge. It's kind of like growing right here. And so basically these plants grow from the tiny little seed all the way through to the big size we see here.
So we're seeing this is really detailed in the way that like you can actually grow plants and disassemble it, soil and things into their constituent parts. So could you tell how realistic is this?
Well, the hydroponics would actually be very necessary to do if you were doing an extended mission on the surface. Specifically, for a long time, you can take a lot of food with you, but eventually you will run out of food. So the idea is that for a colony to survive on Mars, oh look, it's blooming, look at it bloom. You can see the flower. So the idea is for a colony to survive on Mars, it would have to produce its own food.
Yeah.
So the idea here is that you'd basically, grow your own food from seeds and all this kind of stuff. So in my inventory, I do have
sugar. That was me. Sorry.
Please stop doing that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Yeah.
just make sure, just leave it in a window. Unless it, yeah, there you go. Yeah, just leave it windowed so you can have a look at the stream as well. All right. So over here, I can see I've got seeds. You can right-click on items, which sometimes is not completely obvious at first glance. So I can examine it, see what status they're in. So these are in sealed bags. If I put into the world, when I zoom them in here, you can see a lovely little bag full of seeds. Love it. Okay, so I'm just going to put it back into my inventory. We've got vitamins, and we've got beef, which is basically just packed food. So this actually is, according to reality, beef packed, or not specifically beef, but packed meat like this can actually last for like they managed to make it last like 10 years.
It's like beef jerky.
Insane, yeah. So yes, so I will harvest one of these plants. So I'll just check its status. It says the plant is fully matured and is ready to be harvested. And if I look at one of these ones,
to hear things in game?
Yes, I can hear everything.
Splendid.
Why?
No, I was just
all right.
wondering.
Just checking. Yeah, cool. All right, so I will now harvest the plant, and from that, just ignore that little bug. It should actually say that it's harvested successfully, but it gets the packet to whatever. So over here I can see I've gotten 4 potatoes from it, and I've gotten 4 seed bags from it. At the moment, this is the initial implementation, so you get this by default. There's no influence on the plant whether how much you get from it or not. But eventually this will be dependent on how much fertilizer you give it, how much you take care of it. And in fact, right now they're growing well outside here, where there's practically an atmosphere, and in fact they should be dead. So that will be implemented in the upcoming updates.
Yeah. So
Left click.
Left, but yeah, but I'm currently flying above it.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. So Matt's trying to. Okay, we're getting a lot of smoke here.
Somebody turned on the engines.
Well, it's actually a minor synchronization issue with this, where it decides it wants to thrust and it should not thrust. Stop it.
Oh.
All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, so I'll go here to you. Where are you? So I've got a heavy suit, which is extremely slow. So I'm hoping to perhaps trade a suit with you.
Okay, should we go back into the station?
Yeah, we're not going to trade out here, no.
Yeah, that sounds like a deal that's only going to get me killed. Okay.
Or me, so we'll just hop back inside into this flaming...
So can you solve that by rejoining the server, or...?
No, it's a minor issue. Basically, it thinks it's moving, and it's not. So it's a minor issue, but it'll be solved in the next update for sure.
Okay.
So I'll just fit it here in with you.
Okay. So.
And to clarify, these screens are completely compatible with multiplayer. So right now, while I've got my mouse on it, Matt cannot actually use it. So only one person can use it. Now he's using it. If you just look at it, please.
Yeah.
So we can see he's moving his mouse around, and now I can't. So
I'll open the door.
Yep.
There we go.
All right. So we can either trade by chucking on the ground, or I'll do it.
Should we do it the cool way?
Yeah. I'll take advantage of this, and I will put my suit into the holder, along with the helmet. And so we can see here, it's nice and hanging here, and it's basically being charged. All right. So I can see one minor issue that the little lights here are not working in multiplayer, which is a minor issue. So I'm gonna have to fix that up later on. All right. So okay. Excuse me. I'll just grab that suit.
Yeah.
Move out of my way.
So we've just got. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the stream chat. That's what I was doing earlier. That was making things get a bit tetchy. Feel free to drop them in the chat, and we can answer them now, because there is a lot of stuff that's been added since we last did a stream.
Yeah. Just to kind of I have a wonderful change log with me here, a 4-page change log, and all this highlighted stuff is basically the most important stuff. So
Right.
any questions ready to be answered?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
off we go. Hey, there's there's too many people. Bye-bye. Poor guys. All right, so just open the door. All right, right now I'm controlling it. Cool. So let's go outside and build. All right, so we can see our survival stats in the bottom right. You can only see them at the moment. This specifically you can see in the developer version. The developer mode, which everyone has, of course, but they just have to start it through the Take on Mars launcher. So here I can see currently I have 1,176 calories in my body. So if I ran up, if it went to under 0, I'd basically die. So.
Okay.
And that applies to the vitamins and water as well. And so soon there will also be the need to sleep. But we won't be insane. You won't have to sleep really, in reality, 8 hours, because that would be a bit boring.
Yeah.
But we'll put it at 1 minute equals 1 hour of sleep, essentially. Okay, so... Alright, so should I help you guys here?
Yeah, if you could, and we'll show you the hydroponics and things inside.
Yeah, this guy's just building stuff there. So
you can also see the actual logos above your name that I've just noticed.
Yeah, I've that badge. You can actually see it on my body as well. Which is give me a sec. If I zoom in here, actually I might as well turn. Right, you can see the badge here.
Oh yeah.
And,
so what's that for?
That will actually we're planning to have everyone have that who was part of early access.
Yeah.
So prior to full release, everyone who has been part of early access will get that badge, and it appears above their head as well. So we can't see it because I'm me, but Matt can see it on mine, which is doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right, so let us build. All right, so we've got a lot of stuff happening here. I'll just grab one of these. Cheers. And I shall put it in here. Any questions or anything like that? Sorry, guys.
I'll have a look. And I'm just messing up. Alright,
so we shall turn that around here. Alrighty.
There we go. That's the...
So let's have a look over here at what we are making. I'm just going to turn those on. Alright, so now we're processing Mars soil into silicon, oxygen, iron, and potassium and water very soon, which will pop up here. So water obviously is needed for drinking and for producing methane as well, which there was actually a question in the chat before.
Yeah.
So might as well actually make a atmospheric processor. So you're not doing a really good job. You put the space attachment one. That's work in progress. Wrong one.
Okay, sorry.
That doesn't matter. That's one that's able to attach in space as a temporary model. So I'm just going to toss that aside.
Okay, we'll blame the other guy for that. So.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. All right.
So
no in-game sound. Very good question. In fact, it's because I switched on the realistic sound simulation. If I turn it off, you should hear everything now. Yep. So there's a lot of sound happening here.
So high barely infected. The end game is kind of building your Uber Mars base and doing science. And there's no sound in space because space is a vacuum.
Yeah, and on Mars it's not a complete vacuum, but there's 500 pascals or 650 or so on average. Right now, in fact, you can see in the top left here, 481 we have in the location which we're at. So the idea is that you would hear basically nothing, you know.
Not even the screams.
Yeah. You can hear it a little bit, like very, very little. But yeah, that's only simulated if you turn on realistic sound simulation. So it means that if you're in a building, there's actually a colleague from Prague, so
nice.
He's being a smart one. Anyway, so basically, if I was inside a building, then that would be closed off, and I would hear the sounds inside. So you can actually hear the kind of sounds fade in when you're in an airlock and you're repressurizing. So someone just tossed this here. What is it?
I think that's an empty canister.
Yeah. How many players we've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I think we're actually full now. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a full server. So this thrusting thing is very annoying. That needs to be fixed. So Matt isn't seeing this. Just a minor issue. So just ignore that.
I'm the server.
It's extremely annoying. That's really. All right, it's on. Yeah. Okay. So what's making the sound is this gigantic thruster. It's extremely loud. So here we would be able to drink water, but you can't with the helmet on. So just for fun, I'm going to take my helmet off and take a drink. You can do that. It's a bit dodgy, but whatever. And I drank water, and I will quickly put my helmet on before I die. Okay, cool. So here we go. Not dead anymore. Excellent. So what have we got here? We have potassium, 3 units, 3 liters that is. Water, iron, oxygen, and silicon. So just to clarify, these minerals, what you'll be using them for is you would combine iron with carbon to make steel, and that's what you'll be building all these panels and stuff from. And also, what we don't have set up here is a drill and an atmospheric processor. We do need those, so let's, especially if we want fuel. So the drill would get similar. The drill would suck up essentially Mars rock.
Yeah,
it's called Mars rock, but it's mineral from underground. And you'd split that into similar constituents like from Mars soil, except there's no water in that. There's instead aluminium. So let us have a look here, and let's just build. Where is it? Okay, so one thing I will also want to show is the new vehicle.
Oh.
So it'll take 5 minutes to build, so let's build it. Now, just to clarify, it will spawn in a very interesting way, work in progress. So I'm just going to go over here.
You say very interesting. What are we talking?
Okay, basically this little platform, as soon as I place it, will go and appear into a gigantic truck. So it's kind of like stay clear of that, yeah.
Okay.
But okay, so this is done. I'll just drop this out of the way. Cheers. Oh, it's you. Cool. All right, so I'm just going to select those machines which we need. Click, 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 click. It should be able to start. Okay, vehicles. Alright, should be there. There it is. Atmospheric processor. Alright, so right now it just takes 1 second to build. As soon as it starts its winding animation. And there we go, bang, done. Alright, cool. So it should normally take much longer, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pop it over here.
So we're just slowly getting there.
Yeah. So basically with this we'll get carbon dioxide and nitrogen and argon. Argon you would use for lighting, in fact. Nitrogen, at the moment there is no use for it, but there will be soon.
Yeah.
Probably cooling and this kind of stuff. But basically, the carbon dioxide, like I mentioned on the chat, you'd break into carbon and oxygen, and you would use the carbon in combination with hydrogen, which you get from breaking water, and combine carbon with hydrogen, and you get CH4, which is methane. And so that's what powers the vehicles. So the vehicles can run on battery power, but you need to put, if you wanted to run for a long time, you need to give it basically, methane and oxygen. Yeah.
So, what's your favourite thing of all of the features that have been recently implemented?
Well, to be honest, the hydroponics kind of is a close thing too, because I made the potato model, and I took a lot of time making that, and I'm really proud of it. But basically, I guess that would be the closest thing at the moment to me, personally, because it just come on. Who doesn't like growing potatoes on another planet? Yeah.
Oh boy.
So I'm just going to grab one of these plants, so I'm going to be smart with it, and I'm just going to take it out. Okay, wonderful little potato plant. And I'm just going to be clever here, and I'm just going to put it on the back of the vehicle. For no reason whatsoever, just because I can. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we currently have the efficiency of a council workforce.
All right, so we're taking a plant with us to absolutely nowhere for no point, but it's cool.
But it shows you the pot, like.
Yeah, the interaction with the physics is like really amazing in the game because it allows for a lot of stuff, but it does have a negative side, and that is specifically that it means a lot of. Isn't the door animation broken? It is indeed. It will be fixed soon. It's just a minor desync when someone else joins before it's been placed. After it's been placed. So let's have a look. Is this finished? No, not yet. So this I also modeled. I like this model as well. And it's basically a giant truck which is capable of transporting goods. Now here it'll spawn as one big hole, but you'll actually construct it from individual pieces, and you'll actually land with it. And its main use is to transfer, for example, this vehicle, these machines, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it should be done any moment, and it's got 8 wheels. Who can't? Who doesn't like 8 wheels? Come on. Right. So just looking around this construction, this looks like a mess. This looks like a proper.
Yeah, I built one extra constructor, and then the intention was going the other way, but we haven't.
All right. All right. So I'll just I'll help out a little bit here because.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess we'll do a turn to the right here, or. Yeah, I think that would work. So I'll just build a roof. Start with the roof. Pop that in there. Alright, there we go. Placed. I really want that truck to complete. So there's just a little bit left.
Okay.
Someone asked a question. I'll fabricate some flooring to fit over the base that you all put down. Okay.
So who have we got now? So what's the? Yeah. So what is it? What would you think the ultimate goal of like multiplayer take on?
Multiplayer take on Mars, the ultimate goal, I would say, is to, specifically cooperative, is to establish a self-sustaining colony. So that means, have plants that you grow for food. Have mining stations set up so you get minerals, all this kind of stuff to build stuff.
Yeah.
So basically you kind of. Build a whole base. That's the idea of the multiplayer section. However, that's it's not limited to that. I would like to clarify because obviously it depends on the scenario, and I would like to add objectives. So it would be possible to make scenarios where, for example, there would be an objective: build a base down in the middle of the crater.
Yeah.
Then go and mine stuff from over there, and grow 20 plants.
I have your vehicle.
Epic. Alright, wait, give me a sec. I want that vehicle. What happened? Interesting. Alright, so we have experienced technical difficulties.
So I'm going to have to restart the server.
Yeah,
and we're going to have to start again.
Yeah, no worries. Well, in the meantime, I will show something else. Oh, we should have saved. We forgot to save.
Yeah, we should save regularly.
Yes, you can save in multiplayer, which is extremely useful. But in the meantime, what I'll do is I will show that vehicle. And I'll just hop into Ptolemy's crater before you start up the server.
Okay.
Let's take a drink. Sorry, guys.
So as you can see, there are still bugs, but Dram is belligerently working on.
Yes, it's early access, so it's undoubtedly there will always be bugs. During early access, to clarify. So here is my favorite vehicle, and so you guys can actually hear us. I'm going to turn on realistic sound because then you can't hear almost anything, only the breathing. And so this vehicle, it's got a wonderful cabin which you can see inside. I'm just going to turn the light, see it inside there, lovely. It's got an airlock, and it's got stairs and a whole cargo bay. So I'm just going to extend these stairs. And it's got this whole complex system, similar to Lunokod, which is on the moon. And I will also extend a back platform. So we'll put it to the ramp position. Now the ramp position means it will extend like a ramp. There is another one which extends it to a load position, which just means it folds literally down. And so with a forklift, you can then lift pallets and put onto the back.
Nice.
So it's intended for everything. So here we have Mars 3. a lander, which land the first soft landing on Mars. All right, so I'm going to kind of reverse here. I'm going to drive up and onto the truck.
So we're...
Alright, so I'll just drive up. Alright, so I'm really bad here. So it's obviously slower when it's running on battery power. And you can't do turbo either. So I'm just going to drive up here. Up the back. And on top of the truck. Lovely. And there are stoppers here. And these stoppers are actually movable. So you can, in fact, if you had 2 pallets there, you could unload one, pull the stoppers back to halfway, and then unload the second.
Yeah. You really have thought about an awfully large amount, especially the logistics of having a truck on Mars. Having the buttons ahead of where you're going to stop the vehicle?
Well, see, the thing is that if you have a look, you can see the bolts in all these individual parts, and the idea is that you would construct this vehicle from panels.
Yeah.
You know, and in fact, that was the way it was modeled. The entire vehicle is made up of parts which are no bigger than you could actually carry.
Yeah.
You know. So right now I've got my wonderful vehicle loaded in the back, and so we have a lovely, beautiful airlock which we can open here. Head inside, and we'll just close the door. And so probably you can't hear my footsteps yet, but now you should start hearing them as it gets pressurized. So I'm just going to put my suit here into the airlock holder. And so here we can see it's fully filled because I was outside for a very short time. So I'm just going to open this and close the door behind me. Wonderful. And I'm just going to hop in here. And so now I will show you why this vehicle is just uber. One, it has back camera, which automatically just wins. You know, going from outside view.
Oh boy.
So this thing, with its gigantic suspension and insane sized wheels, it can just drive over absolutely anything. So there's nothing huge around me, except for that rock over there, so let's head over there. But let's play getting over rocks. Okay, not like that, not in the middle. You don't go through the middle, always take the side. You can see the wonderful suspension in action here. It's just insane. It just drives over everything. So I like kind of like inside view, outside view, all this kind of stuff. But I'll go inside just for gameplay purposes. So you can see I can hear the engine sound here. But if I go outside, you can't. That's because I've got the ballistic sound simulation on.
You know what this vehicle reminds me of? The one out of Aliens that you've got the civilians first go to the alien ship in.
I'm not sure which one it is.
Well, while you're just showing off that.
Oh right, yeah, I know which one. The rover.
Yeah,
They drove that. Yeah. But look at this. Look at it overcome everything.
Nice.
It's just insane. It just owns, and look at that. Yeah, the suspension is insane. So that's why it's my favorite vehicle, because this is truly a cargo carrier. So I will also demonstrate how breakable it is, because that's also, well, not always, but in this case it's quite important. So I'm just going to hop out. And so I'll just put on my suit.
The cycling airlocks just remind me of Space Station 13, where you accidentally press the button and you've not got internals, and it's like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
And you can see the pressure dropping. So I'll just Alt F. Right, so one debug thing here. You can see the oxygen zones, so they are actually dynamically calculated. You can see that there's a leak in this one, which is why it's black. So if I close the door by hopping back in and pressing the little button, then I can go back outside and see it fill up. Wonderful. Right, so I'll just destroy this this vehicle. I know it breaks my heart as well, but I just want to show the destructibility of it.
I love that you've got hotkeys for firing rocks at things.
It's important for a developer. when you kind of like stressed, you just need to kind of like, oh, I hate this, and I just destroy it. You know. And even the cabin can be broken into 2 pieces. So it's just being broken up into pieces. Look at that, wonderful.
Pretty sure there's an air leak there.
Yeah, you know, it's actually funny because you could still drive this. Actually, no, the engine's broken off, you can't, so unfortunately I was wrong. But wait, get the door out of the way. There we go. Alright, just get inside here. Well, the airlock's still reacting, so it's happy. Let's open the door. So I don't think it'll drive because the engine's gone. Yeah, it won't. But if I hop down, that's the engine over here. Poor guy. Yeah, so this is the result of a frustrated developer. Joking, of course. So I'm just going to smash it up even more. Let's open the editor. Just smash it into pieces. Just to show how many pieces it can break up into. Yeah. So it's extremely destructible, as can be seen. Now, let's go back to the multiplayer.
Okay. So, I'll start at the server now.
Yep. And this time, let's save every now and then.
Yeah, and I should, well, maybe if I go in the debug mode and I'll just start building things.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so where are... I'm not sure. LAN. Much quicker.
So the server's back up now, same name.
Yeah, sorry guys. Got a little carried away with the truck.
So...
I'm having issues connecting. You got it going, right?
Yeah, it's going.
What's going on? Alright, give it a second, guys. Please tell me if task manager does work.
It looks like you've crashed.
Yes, it does look like it.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just going to kill it. I need task manager. Right. We are experiencing technical difficulties here. How can I kill this?
So, Alt F4 or close. Okay.
Interesting. I've never had this happen before.
Yeah, nor have I.
And I've never had it happen before where I couldn't actually get out of it. Sorry, guys.
Try opening it again along the bottom taskbar.
Yeah.
So we might actually have to restart the PC, so the stream might go down, but it'll be back up momentarily.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to get out of
so
this.
if you just want to report the PC.
Wait, give me a sec. One sec. Well, try one more thing. Alright, so why is it losing focus? Alright, so guys, we'll be back.
Back shortly.
Okay, I think we are live. Are we live?
Yeah, we'll be in a second. It just takes a second to update.
Yep.
So, welcome back, everybody. We're now in...
So we are back. We had to restart the PC.
Yeah.
Unpleasant. So, let's get back into the game. Alright, so Matt is busy building and preparing us for... I don't know, something. So let's just join in.
Science.
So feel free to join the server again. It's still up and going, so yeah, you might want to assemble there.
Yeah.
Strange. Alright, cool. And I am in. Alright, so let's go into play again.
Oh boy. So the server is just called Bohemia Livestream, as you know, you could have possibly guessed.
Yes.
So I'm actually...
Oh, you're doing quite well there, actually.
Yeah.
Getting to go. Alright, cool. So let's go back in. Let's go help Matt.
Dang it.
Yeah, it kind of pushes you up at the moment. I'll probably have to remove that because it's really unpleasant. Alright, so where is Matt? Over here. Alright, so Matt right now is building a wonderful floor layout here.
Yeah.
So let's help him build that.
Yeah, so if you just grab panels and we'll put it out on the ground.
Alrighty. So, oh, sorry, Matt. Just hit you with a floor panel there.
It's alright. I will find it somehow to forgive you.
Oh, you've opened the editor.
Yeah. It's alright.
Just one more floor panel. Sorry guys, just give it a sec. He's actually in the editor right now, so you can see stuff spawning in front of me.
Just while I think about it.
You want to create the VTOL?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Sorry.
Alright, just close the editor. Just spacebar, spacebar. Yeah, cool. Alright, so where was I? I was trying to place a panel. Alright, cool. I seem to have lost. Oh, there we go. Have a minor lag there.
Okay. So I'll actually start creating another.
So what are you making?
I'm going to get this to do another creator, so when we're coming to the big things, we can have multiple.
Oh, right. Printer.
Yeah. I'll just keep stacking up the print.
Righto. I'll just put these panels here.
Okay, awesome.
Rightio. Whoa!
Sorry.
Alright, so to clarify, guys, I know we're kind of behind on the roadmap, and several people have been asking on the forums. The reason for this is because basically ran into some unforeseen issues, specifically with regards to multiplayer synchronization. So those have luckily been fixed, but they did slow us down. On the upside, we've decided to add actually some orbital elements. So, let go, it's mine. It's mine.
Okay,
Drop it. Right. On the upside, we will be adding orbital elements. Just press. Let's have good weather.
Okay.
Right. So, yeah, we'll be adding orbital elements. So that means moving around in zero gravity. Specifically without the manned maneuvering unit, or jetpack, also known as. Right, I need more panels.
Okay.
Yeah, so sorry guys. So we plan to have by now completed all the survival elements, as well as a competitive multiplayer mode. But because we have not managed to keep to that, we have kind of extended it. We've done it into 3 updates. So this is the first, contains the first 3. So the next one will contain the next 3. Sorry, the next 2. Well, this radiation missing here. And it will also contain the competitive multiplayer mode, and that will be next Thursday.
So, what were the problems with multiplayer synchronization? Could you go into more detail with that? You know what?
Yeah. Well, what was happening specifically? It was actually causing some crashes, which were really illogical, and we were wondering, or like many players would have wondered, like why it was crashing. It didn't make sense, and especially us when we got the logs and the information from players, we were really wondering what it was ourselves. I just built on a 3D printer, it doesn't matter. But what we found out it was, specifically the crash I'm talking about, was it was receiving a packet, specifically the server was receiving a packet from a client for an entity which no longer existed, and it tried to read it for the next entity in line. Now usually it didn't break, it usually worked, but specifically it started popping out with the landing module, with the interactive panels,
Yep.
And so it tried to read basically information which was absolutely wrong, and it caused a crash. So that was actually what we fixed, and it did take some time to find and then some time to fix. So, but you know, luckily that's out of the way, so we can get back to kind of implementing gameplay elements and all this kind of stuff.
What's the buttons to your?
Oh right, it's just A and D.
Absolute.
That's your. This is your.
Sorry, what pitch?
Pitch. You mean up and down like this?
No, but like
That's roll.
roll. Yeah.
Hold shift.
Okay.
Hold shift, left shift, and A and D. Yeah. So Matt's just flying with the VTOL. Speaking, would you come and pick me up?
Okay. This is where we actually. I managed to land on the roof of the actual landing module earlier.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to construct a resource tank here. Now the resource tank is also a new addition. It holds, as opposed to small resource barrels which hold 130 liters, this can hold 9,500. So it's basically for storing a large amount of resources, and it can be loaded up onto the back of the truck. You can fit 8 of these onto the back.
Nice.
If you really squash them together.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. There we go. Oops. So I'm just going to place it there. And so to use this, it's extremely simple. You just grab a barrel with, you know, whichever material you like, and just pop it onto there. And there we go. And it just start sucking it in. And if you put a barrel over here, it sucks it out. So it's quite useful. So if I go back to the hydroponics here, because I want to show it before, I'll harvest the plant. So yeah, ignore that. So you can see I've gotten 4 potatoes and 4 seeds out of it. So I'll just take all that stuff and eat me some taters. And I will replant some seeds. Plant seeds. There we go. Seeds planted. Brilliant. And I will harvest another one. This time I'm just going to just chuck into the world. Don't need these. I'm full of potatoes. Actually, I'll take this and chuck that. And we'll just chuck the rest out. Let's just drop it out because we like potato plants. Newly placed, so we'll just put that there. Plant seeds. Plant seeds. So we're just planting new potato plants here. And we will let them grow. And it should take about 5 minutes for them to germinate at the moment. That means to sprout.
Yep.
And after, so I've got a lot of stuff on the floor here. I'm just going to kind of just grab it and just toss it aside. Pretend that never happened. So where are you, Matt? I'll give you a potato. Oh, just threw it aside. Oops, didn't meant to. Okay, so we lost the potato. Doesn't matter. I'm going to eat one. So you can see I've got down here, I've got 1,180 calories. And I will eat a potato, which should give me how much? It will give me 163 calories, so I'll eat it. And bang, we have that little bit more. Eat food. And strange, peculiar. Alright, it hasn't synchronized it yet. Ah, never mind. Righto. So, let's see how the seeds are doing. Examine. Alright, they'll still need some time to sprout. Alright, so where are you, Matt? What are you doing?
So I've landed the aircraft and now I'm going to just do some more building.
Yep, cool. Alright, so we've got an empty barrel here. I guess we'll mount it onto the drill. And get some rock from underground. So I'm just going to close the ramp, or probably leave it open. I'll just close it just for the hell of it, just to show that it's got one cool.
Okay.
Singo. Also, we'll just build some more resource barrels.
Can I nick this to do floor panels?
Actually, I was just about to go and build floor panels, so feel free.
Okay. No.
Alrighty, so floor panels. Right, so floor panel large, construct.
Can't remember how to build the airlock.
The airlock?
Yeah.
Alright, well you need a doorway first. Doorway, keep going, keep clicking, and one more there. Build that, and you just mount it on the side, one of the sides here. Alright, so just let that one build, it should be done soon, and we shall build another one.
I can get this one going.
Alright, so first thing, let's save.
Yeah, so
Let's escape.
1 second. I'll just get this job going.
What are you trying to build? Alright, door, right. Oh no. Okay, cool.
Just escape. And then
And just here, over here, save game. So as you can see, I got his save. So in multiplayer, the way it works is that I mentioned this last stream, but just to be sure everyone knows about it, because it is extremely useful. We ensure compatibility between builds of these saves, specifically only the multiplayer ones. It also means for old scenarios.
yeah.
It's because they're in text format, so we would like to do it for the rest, but because they're binarized, it's not possible. So basically, when Matt saves the game as the server, it sends a save file to all players that are connected. So any one of us can basically rehost that save file. Why don't you build 2 doorways?
Because we need one for the outside as well.
Well, wrong doorway. Use the other end one.
Okay.
So I'll show you which one. It's right next. It should be this one here. Right. Cool. Building.
Building a door as well.
All right.
So you can join us in the live stream. The server is up. So how do you eat potato if you're in the soup?
Well, that is a very good question, and in fact, right now it is possible, but it won't be afterwards. So there's also a lot of this is work in progress. So basically, when you're in a suit, you won't be able to eat these. You will be able to drink water because it's basically kind of a special
like
suit patch kind of
tube.
Yeah, but you won't be able to eat while in a suit.
Yeah. So for those of you that are really nerdy and have ever played around with the military camelbacks and like gas masks, they've got tubes inside them that basically have like a nozzle on the front.
Yeah.
You turn that and it puts the nozzle in, and you get a very, very short, rubbishy stream of whatever you've got in the camelback.
Alright, so I want to build another door here.
Yeah, I've got the door that...
Now, you're going to have to flip it around or put it from the other side, yeah. Alright, so Matt's putting in a door. Actually, you want to... Okay, never mind. It's just that now it's going to open inside into the airlock. You want kind of opening into the building. It's like, I'll replace it.
Okay.
Good, get the other one. Alright, so I'm just going to grab this door.
I'll start on the walls.
Yep. Just going to twist it around. Okay, this mouse pad is slippery. Alright, I'm just going to put it here. And door planted. Let's open the door. Yeah, that's the minor issue. Just that it animates.
Yeah.
It disappears for a second. Unpleasant. That'll be fixed very soon. Okay, so Berserker is putting another door in there, so I shall put... Okay, so this is to the top. Right, let's pop these in. So while you guys are building, I'll just go to the top floor of the
Yep.
thing, and I'm going to do it a dodgy way. I'm just going to jump up. Oh my god! Ouch. Okay, we'll just pretend that never happened. Just going to open the door. I won't do it a dodgy way then. So we need another airlock. Well, we kind of just started building two for no particular reason.
I'll disassemble one.
Yeah, you can leave two. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's always good to have backup. So I'm just going to go to the top floor of this. It's actually a lookout point. Essentially, the elevator goes right to the roof. So the top of the landing module actually opens. So if you look towards me.
Okay.
Right, it's streaming mine. Sorry, so it doesn't matter. But from here, you could actually have your suit off if you wanted to. So I'll just take my helmet for now. And I can have a look around outside. And so this is extremely useful because you can get a good kind of more aerial perspective.
If you just hang on
stuff
there,
around.
wait a minute.
So what are you doing? Okay, I don't trust you. I'm going to put my suit on. I'm going to open the door. I'm going to go onto the IC. Alright, so shall I try and board?
Yeah, so which side do I need to bring the cockpit to?
Whichever, I'm going to jump on top of the cockpit, so
Okay.
just bring it in closer. Not that much! Right, and alright, here we go. And I'm just going to stick on your wing for a little bit. So just fly around, but be careful with me, I'm precious cargo!
Okay.
I almost slipped off there. Alright, don't make such sudden changes. You know what? I don't trust you, I'm just going to board the vehicle. I'm in the back here. Wait. Okay, wait, slow down, please don't kill me.
I thought you were boarding.
I did, but okay, that's not good.
Yeah, you're there.
You know what, I'm just going to chuck my... I can't stop chucking it out. But right now, you respawn and your previous body kind of like disappears. That will very soon change as well, and your body will stay in the world so that you won't respawn with new items. In fact, your items will stay there. So if you had only one suit, then you'd be pretty badly off.
Yeah.
Because you'll be somewhere outside. Without a suit, there's nothing much you can do. So Matt's just flying outside the window here. So he's kind of just doing exactly what I think NASA would complain about, him burning the outside of the...
Yeah, but we all know that going to Mars is like 70% about the film rights. Oh boy, oh boy.
Alright, so Matt's not really good at flying, it turns out. And it looks like he's... Yeah, that's it. We lost our VTOL. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's have a look at the VTOL. So Mr. Matt just absolutely trashed it. So he's upside down, and he's not dead, surprisingly. So you might as well jump out. Yeah, so there's Matt, successful pilot of the not so successful flight.
I meant to do that, maybe. A little bit.
So, let us build that truck again. We wanted to build a truck, that's where we were last time. And I showed it before, but it's really cool when
Would
it's
it be easier if I just...
Actually spawn it, yeah. Let's just spawn it. So, just warning everyone, Matt just opened the editor. So that means you won't be able to.
We'll just do it.
There we go. So you won't be able to move around. Just one sec.
So is
Type
it
it in
the
editor. So yeah, that's it. No, wrong one. But leave that as well. We have
Okay.
actually updated the model to that as well.
okay?
And in fact,
I think I've just crashed.
I think I have too. Wait. Interesting. It's not interesting. No, it's not good. Right.
Okay,
So
no.
not
So the stream is going to come down again, guys.
most likely. Yeah, because Task Manager is just having a fit. It doesn't like to be selected.
So the stream will be back up shortly again. I apologize.
Wait.
Oh, maybe.
Might be able to get it. Is that possible? Is it possible? Alright. Oh wait. Oh my god, I managed to kill it. Cool. Alright guys, so,
Okay, so
we
the
managed
stream
to
won't be
avoid.
down.
It won't be down, so let's just relaunch it. So there are a few issues which we basically have to deal with. And we do know about them. This actually, what's happening here is it's freezing because it's used up a lot of texture space on the video card. Now, the issue why that happens is it's basically because we have some of our models have ridiculously high resolution textures, so that will actually be reducing in the beta phase, which will be very soon.
So just before you come in, I'll try and get to the base.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can hop in and just watch you spawn it, better than just watching the menu.
Fair call. Fair enough.
I'll just go to free fly cam. Yeah.
So you also mentioned as well that there was some of the maps that previously weren't available for.
Just kill the editor for a second. Just 1 second. Just spacebar again. Spacebar. Just give me a sec. I'm just gonna go into spectate
Okay.
so I can free fly cam and watch what you're doing. All right, now you can open it. So right now Matt's just got the editor opened. Spacebar. Yep. So he's got the editor open. He's just gonna spawn some stuff. So just spawn the cargo transport. Let's transport some goods. Yeah.
Okay.
So there it is. Wonderful. Look at its beauty. And where's the forklift? Cool. And now if you just go to building blocks, you go right down.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, so some of that's gonna actually fly. Yeah, it's already doing funky stuff here.
Yeah.
You might want to actually move it. Yeah, click and move it out. Just drag. Yeah, that's it. Drag it up, not down. Okay, so you can see Matt moving around with the objects.
Yeah. As we can see, I'm not the best person with the TKOM editor.
I'll just lift that up. Okay, cool. That looks like it should be okay. There's one. That one has two in at one spot.
That one.
Click. Yep. And move it. Yep. Sweet. All right. Now just drop it. Spacebar and let it all drop. Wonderful. All right. So I think that should be enough. You don't want too big a base.
Yeah.
And so one thing I also wanted was some machines, so we could set up a mining outpost.
Yeah. Okay. So I will get you those as well.
Yeah. So just hop into the editor, and just next to the cargo transport or wherever.
So you want to.
Yep. So here, I was saying, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, you got a seriously sensitive mouse. All right. So what we want is a pallet cage. We want 2 of those. Then we want, if we hop up to the top, we want to add a materials refinery. We don't need that. We need atmospheric processor and a drilling rig, and we'll put several barrels into this. Okay, cool. Done.
Okay.
Alright, so this has started firing its flames again. So here we are. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a forklift and load this stuff up into this truck. So I'm just going to go back to the ready room and run to play.
I'll hold the lift for you.
Oh, thank you. Alright. Cargo. I'm just going to grab a drink. Sorry, guys.
Sugar. Yeah.
Don't alt tab. Don't alt tab. We need to fix that.
Yeah.
Quick. Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so just open that, and I'm just going to fix up the mouse pad here. Okay. Okay, so we don't need the vehicle. Now we'll leave the hydroponics be for the time being. And what we'll do is we'll open the back to load position this time. Alright, off it goes. And let's save. Might be a good idea. In fact, we should have loaded from save, but it doesn't matter. Let's just save. Alright, so what I'll do now is I will load this into the pallet. Alright, just drop it in. And in fact, I'll put this there as well, inverted, upside down. And just drop it in. And guess I'm having twists around. And so now we'll hop into the...
Give me a second, I'll dive up onto the truck.
Yeah, cool. Now I'm just going to reverse. I'm really bad at this. Despite writing the functionality, I always have trouble with the forklift. There's crazy videos online where you've got forklifts lifting forklifts to put things in. Only in Germany. They actually did it in TKOM Mars as well. 2 forklifts lifting another forklift to get an ultimate cower. Alright, so I'm just going to lift that. So this is all completely with physics, so there's no fakes here.
So how do I move these forward?
You don't move them like that, you actually go to the bottom. You don't want to move them forward. To the left a bit more. So what Matt's doing, he's trying to move the pallet blocks back a little bit. Yeah, you can move them to half. But we need the full extension, so don't move them, please. Oh, sorry, I'm just pushing the truck around accidentally. See, this is exactly why forklift safety is extremely important.
Yeah, you're going to want to back out.
Yeah.
You're not.
I'll solve a different way. I'll just lift it right up. Now what I want to do is I'm going to do this dodgy thing. I'm just going to push the truck around so that I kind of line up with the back. Okay, can you put those pallet blocks back to the front, please?
So that is retract.
Yes. No, not stow ramp, please don't stow ramp. Please put it back to load. Please put it back to load.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get the stairs up. The stairs button is here.
Yes. Give me a sec. They take a little second or two. Cool. Okay, so now I will put this down.
Okay.
Because you were shutting the back of the ramp on me. You know,
I apologize.
Alright, so let's pull it down. Okay, so I'm really bad at actually feeding it in between. Okay, should be good. Should be good. Come on, baby. Alright, go down. Sweet.
Now, if you use the points on it to just push it forwards.
Yeah. I just need to get the forks out first. So I'm just gonna lift it and push it in a little bit more first, and then drop it. So here you actually do have to use it like a real forklift, simply because it's physics simulated. So I'm just gonna push it there.
Yeah.
Sweet. So there we go. We loaded up one. So those pallet blocks, which I told Matt to move back, the whole point of them, you can actually try them out if you want. Just tell them to go to half.
Okay.
Okay, so now we can see the pallet moving back. So this is so I can, so I can unload and load two pallets. And so we can see them.
I'm retracting them as well now.
Yeah, and I can't see them.
Okay.
On camera. Doesn't matter. It's because I don't have an angle for it. Anyway, so what I'll do, I'll lift the other pallet and load that in. So you're going through the airlock?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll join you in there in a sec. I'll just line that up with myself, might as well do it a dodgy way. And go down. And right, so it's not on level ground. Oh, here we go. There we go. And we shall lift. Alright, so once I load this up, we'll close up the back, and we'll basically go and deploy this to a location somewhere around, basically just to harvest some resources.
How do I turn the monitor on again?
Go to the other one. This one's not implemented yet.
Okay.
Right, so you did put the blocks back to retract,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I did.
Cool, cool. Right, so I'm just going to push one pallet with the other. Oh, look at that. Managed to get it in.
I'll actually break against you.
Okay. No, don't pull
Hold
the
on,
pallet
hold on,
out.
hold on.
No, no. What are you doing?
I was pushing it back because you were coming off.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the best is to do it on level ground. We don't have level ground here. Now what I'll do, there we go. Got it out, I'll just push it back. Just gonna shove it in there. There we go. Alright, cool, we're loaded. So now you can go back outside, or you don't have to. I'll hop on and so I'm just going to back out over here. Stop the forklift and hop out. And now I shall come here and close the stow ramp. So basically I'll just close it up onto the back there. So we have a loaded. Oh, thanks. Yeah, so we have a loaded truck, and we'll go deploy these machines somewhere to get assets. Sorry, guys.
There goes the bottle.
Bottle cap.
Okay. Okay, so Slaps has asked, would it be possible to add a gate to the pallets so it makes it harder for stuff to fall out and you can stack more things in them?
Actually, this one actually is one with gates, or so to speak. As you can see, it does have I don't know how to call this.
Like fencing.
Yeah, so it does have fencing, as you can see, around, and you can stack these on top of each other, of course. And there is another version of the pallet, which is just the pallet itself. So this one we actually implemented on request, specifically because stuff was falling off the top. You know.
But I think he means one with like a gate on the fence that you'd be able to open or close.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
It can be taken into consideration. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to jump in the airlock and we can?
Yes. Let us.
Okay.
So close it up. Wrong button. That one. Yeah. Cool. And I shall put my suit into there. You're putting your suit on there as well, or are you leaving it on?
Yeah.
Right, my lovely suit. Right, so because you got a gigantic suit. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to open that up.
Good. Take the right seat.
So I shall drive then.
Yep.
Hey guys. So let us drive. So where do we want to deploy it? Inside the crater?
Wherever you want.
Okay, inside the crater, simply to illustrate the movement capabilities of the suspension. Again.
Actually, in hindsight, should I bring the forklift truck with us?
We won't have to because we can load it off the back, and that's why I actually turn them in the way that I have.
Okay.
So we can basically take off the machines, so they stay inside. So it's bouncing around inside. It's really unhappy with me at the moment. Oh, but once we go down here,
Give me a second. I'll grab the airlock.
Please do not open.
Yeah. Doors.
Okay, cool. Because I would die.
Okay.
Alright, so.
Just slow down.
Alright, so prepare for bumpy driving.
Whoa.
I apologize. I may have driven off a rock.
Hold on a second.
Wait, you're deploying stairs?
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'll just use these and then I'll close them as I jump off. Otherwise, I'll die.
Otherwise, you'll die?
Hang on a second. I'll close them up there.
Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to.
You're still rolling forward, and I can't keep up with the button.
Wait, it's already. Did you already press it or not yet? Yeah. Cool. All right, so I'll let that close up a little bit more, and keep driving. So my pallets are doing funky things at the moment. They're not very happy with me. I may have squashed them in too much. Doesn't matter. We shall deploy over here. So what are you doing, by the way?
I'll go and get the forklift truck for writing things. Should anything go wrong. And by should, we're on the surface of Mars. I have enough problems with day-to-day life to know that things on Mars are going to be far more difficult.
Right, so just going to close this up. There we go. I'm going to put my suit back on, because if I don't, I won't be happy. Alright, so where are the buttons? Here we go. Open the airlock. Alright. So, hop out here. Close up the airlock. Now I'll extend the stairs. And what I'll do is I'll actually open the back to ramp position. There. And we shall carefully get off.
Is it just me or is that still rolling?
It's still rolling a little bit. It's kind of because it's probably too steep an angle. And in hindsight, I should have kind of probably parked it against a rock or something. But it doesn't matter because it's it's very soft soil. But it's not important. It'll drift a little bit, but it's all good. So I'll just take these machines.
Or what about using the things to push them out?
Actually, yes, that's also possible. Okay, you know what? Let's do that. I like that idea. In that case, I'll put it to low position. So
no. If you put it on ramp, and then I can get them on from.
Well, see, it would. Did I put? No, I put ramp. Right? I did put ramp. I think I. Sorry, load. I put low position. Yes. No.
By the way, I stopped it.
Right. So Matt's kind of just decided to go ahead and just grab it here.
I'm trying to hold on to it so it doesn't fall off the back as the entire vehicle is rolling away.
Doesn't matter. Well, you know what? Get ready to. You might want to just. I'm just going to put it to full. So you might just want to take that pallet off. Lift it with shift. Lift it with shift. Quick, lift it. It's going to slip. It's going to slip.
I've got it.
All right. So this truck is slipping downhill. It's not very happy with us. And this pallet is just about to fall off. Bang. There we go. Not important. It'll line up. It's all good. This all part of the plan.
This part of NASA's just throw all the
This
really
is NASA protocol.
all the really expensive gear we've just paid for.
Yeah, and it's still slipping, but you can see the blocks have moved all the way to the back and have pushed the pallets off.
Actually, I have an idea to stop it. Hold on.
No, I think what I will do, it should stop once I kind of fold the stairs up. Wait, maybe?
We are still on a very, very steep incline.
Yeah, it's probably just going to slip all the way down.
It's alright.
You know, on high, and when I think about it, no, not there, back. Okay, no, I'm just going to jump on the wheel. I'm going to jump on top here. And I'm going to go inside. I'm just going to drive it up the hill a little bit, yeah?
Or what we can do is I can use the forklift truck to stop.
Actually, that could work as well. What did you do?
Now both vehicles are slipping down the hill.
Yeah, it's the
Mad.
truck isn't very light. Okay, can you stop lifting my truck? No, what I'll do, I'm just gonna reverse. Oh crap! Okay, I didn't put the thing to normal position. Can you kind of
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Excuse me. Oh, sorry, G. I don't want to kill you. It's gonna.
We're really, really bad astronauts. Okay.
So, just going to drive up the hill here, and I'm going to park it against a rock. Now, this rock to the right here looks sufficiently friendly.
But I also remember what happened when you were trying to drive over the rocks.
Well, we'll see the result here. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, slow down. Stop. Please, don't kill me. Alright, cool. Reverse a little bit here. Now, I will park it against the rock. So I'm cheating a little bit, you could say, by going from this outside perspective. But it should serve its purpose. Perfect. See that? It stopped.
Nice.
So I'm just going to hop out.
So instead of investing in brakes, NASA buys rocks.
So I'm just going to close that up. Open the airlock button here. Head outside. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to just close up everything, yeah? Because, alright, so stow the ramp, stow the pallet blocks. So you can see the motorized pallet blocks moving back here. And again, they're completely physically simulated, so if I just stand here, it will push me away. So I'm just going to hop off before it closes. Alright, so it has actually managed to slip over the rock partially. but it seems to have stabilized itself, so it's not moving.
Okay.
So just to clarify, guys, a lot of you probably in our stream aren't hearing any sound from apart from the guys breathing. This is actually because I've got realistic sound on. If I switch it off, it should be quite audible right now. So, well, I'll turn it back on. Right. So where is Matt? Where have you gone?
I'm back down here.
All right. Sweet. Yeah, you're installing the machines, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, where do we have? Here we go. So, we're going to grab this crazy looking one. And we are going to put it here. Did I just bump into your thing?
Yeah, just slightly.
Sorry. Bumped into the resource panel. Right, so, should start going very soon. Yeah, I just took your spot, sorry. Alright, so it's time to harvest material from the ground. So we'll probably put some into that as well, so it harvests the atmosphere, compresses it into the barrels.
Okay.
Oh, so we got help from the chi, thanks. Alright, so let's turn around a little bit here. So with the heavy suit, which Matt has, it's difficult moving around, obviously.
Yeah.
So you're heading inside the truck?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get some more supplies, I think.
Oh, well, the idea is that we should leave these kind of to mine materials from the atmosphere, because it'll take some time. So let's have a look at this. Oh, the stairs open on my face. Alright, so excuse me, Mr. Huge. Just grab this. Oh, so we have a full server, I think. Yep. Just rotate that. Pop it here. And bang.
This is where we find out that everybody else have assembled a moon base with, in the shape of something naughty or.
Alright, so my guy is really breathing his heart out as I'm constantly running. And the more you run, it's quite important to note, is the more you run, the faster your metabolic rate is. So, which also means you use more energy, you use more water, you use more everything. And you in fact need more sleep, obviously. So, yeah, these look quite sufficiently full to, that is it sucking up atmosphere? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Oh, Mr. Chi, thank you for recovering that. So don't drive yet, yeah?
Yeah.
So we actually have a full house here. Okay, so as you're sliding down the hill again, you've managed to slip off the rock.
I've not. I'm not even in the cockpit.
I'll probably be moving around on top. If you move it off the rock. Doesn't matter. I'm going to pull up the stairs here.
Yeah, if you just hang on though, because I think because we're on the slope, only one of us is going to be able to get in here at once.
Yeah, it's possible. But wait, move to the right. Oh, well, we can do it this way. We don't have to close it.
Okay.
We both got suits, so we're good. Okay, so I'm going to put my suit to charge. That's okay. You can leave like that. So I'm just going to put my suit to charge because I'm just got only 16 minutes of oxygen. So I'm just going to pop it there.
Guys. You could also show that being able to be in the back of the vehicle while it's moving around as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll stay in the airlock. I'll close the door. Actually, I won't close the door so we can see wonderfully what you're doing. So, because our characters are completely physically simulated, as he's driving around, you can see I'm being knocked about here in the back, and I can still walk around and everything. So, this is one huge advantage of having the character with simulated completely physically. Drink.
I can almost hear the creaking of the engine.
Yeah, we've also implemented, this is one thing I wanted to mention, we also implemented engine performance of the vehicles. So uphill, obviously, it's harder to go uphill than downhill and all this kind of stuff. So as we can see, I'm just standing around while Matt is.
Do you want to see if you can see the monitor?
That's not synchronized yet.
Okay.
It will be in the before beta, basically.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go over here inside the cabin to see what Matt is doing. Just going to close that airlock. Right, slipping about here. There we go.
It would have been faster to probably walk up the hill.
Yeah. If you hold left shift as well, that puts on turbo. It's a little bit faster. It uses more.
We haven't got any fuel.
You let Matt drive, we are all going to die.
Oh, ye of little faith.
And he's got a suit on, and I don't. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, if we hit something, we are going to get.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to put my suit on.
I reckon we can roll over this.
No, don't. This is going to end badly. No, I'm going to sit down and watch from outside view. So we just drove that with absolutely no issues. Rest in peace. Right. So, Mr. Matt, I shall go grab my suit.
If we wanted to be really super economical, what we could do is we can actually have a loading ramp from the base.
A loading ramp?
So basically, we just put the ramp down and then we back it up in it. We just push things on.
Oh, right. Actually, we could construct that with the external, not with these, but with the exterior panels. So, right, so my suit should be fully charged now, so let's put it on. Yep, it's fully charged. Beautiful.
Okay.
Okay, so... Oh, God, you're fat.
Alright, what can I say? You know, we effectively model my real life there.
Look at this, you got a gigantic life support system on your back, which is just... Go!
What?
Okay.
Okay.
I guess someone's loading it up. Yeah, so you can see we've left some... this is also new.
Yep.
You can leave footprints from dust on the vehicle. So I'm just going to open that up. Right, so I guess someone's loading that up here. So I guess we'll just leave them the truck. We don't need the truck. Alright. Can you... Why did you put those back?
Just to lock the thing in place.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alrighty.
It was more kind of a, this is going to be cool, but totally ineffective.
Alright, so let's have a look at the plants. I think I planted them before, didn't I? Did I? I do not recall now. I think I did, actually. Yes, I in fact did. So let's examine them. They should all be fully mature. So I'm just going to harvest them, and I will grab food. I like food. And grab some seeds. And I will replant 2 seeds. And in fact, what I'll do, I'm going to drop these plants to the ground just to make sure. I want to... I can just replant these ones. So the advantage of using the Martian atmosphere for plants is that it'll just basically freeze the whole plant. You freeze dry it, and so you know on Mars you're not going to have to worry about some microbes killing your plant. So you just chuck it outside and it'll freeze. And in fact, the food wouldn't be bad. It would get dried, but that's about it. Hello.
Okay.
So we need a potato plant in the base. We just need to have it there. So I'm just bringing one. It's extremely important, Matt. Just going to hop on here. And I'll put a potato plant into the doorway. Planted. There we go, look at that. Potatoes on Mars. So the sign on my head is in fact basically. Can you just explain to the person that it's the logo?
Yep. Yeah, I can do. Yeah.
I'm not sure if the person is watching the live stream.
Yeah, I'll type it out in a second once I've got this full.
Okay, so Mr. Matt. So you need help here, or you?
Yeah, I've got it. It's the floor panel.
Fair enough. Alright, so we've got plenty of potatoes here. Feeling hungry, so let's eat one. In fact, one thing I forgot to mention is obviously there is a limit to how much calories your body can hold. So right now you can eat above what it can hold, essentially. But that's why it's locked up.
Oh boy!
Oh my god! Okay. Okay, someone's just decided to back into the base. Doesn't matter. But yeah, so what I'm going to do, how much vitamins do I have? I have 5, equivalent of 5 pills in my body. Okay, I've got 1.5 liters of water, but I've got nowhere to drink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the, which I think someone might have filled it up. How's the base building going?
Slowly but surely.
Fair enough. Right, so here we are. So we should all have it. Oh yes, I need to take off my helmet. So here, don't do this at home, kids. As you can see, he did not like that. I drank some water. And now I have 1.7 liters of water in my body. So 5, whatever. Drank 250 milliliters. And so we can see we're converting Mars soil here into... And we lost the save again.
Yeah.
No!
Okay.
Interesting. Definitely would be interested in finding out why that happens.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just had a server crash.
We'll revert to the first save.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to go back to the main menu here.
If you hold there, and then I'll... So would you like to show us some of the maps that are now available in multiplayer?
Yes, in fact, that would be a good idea. So, specifically the one which the two which we added are Ptolemy's Crater. I had a look at that one before. And there's also Isidis Planitia. Right, in fact, that's where Beagle 2 landed. And it was lost. And it was actually recently found.
So what was Beagle 2, for those that don't know?
Right. Beagle 2 was actually a UK Space Agency lander to the surface of Mars. So you should know it.
So, what was the name of the chap? He had the big sideburns, looked like a Victorian explorer.
Oh, I completely forgot his name. How terrible.
Yeah, but anyway, it was essentially the thanks to the...
What's up? Alt tab. Okay, you got some funky stuff happening here.
Okay. So, yeah.
Wow,
Sorry,
that's
yeah.
interesting. Never seen that happen before.
So, this is where Beagle 2 is. So
Yes, in fact, it's just to clarify. At the time we made this map, Beagle 2 was not found yet. So we have him actually, poor guy down here, broken in pieces. Then he kind of crash landed. In reality, it landed. It did unfold, but not fully, and that's why it actually didn't function. And it landed actually not about a kilometer from this location, so we could update it. Actually, just quit the game completely.
Sorry, no.
It's a strange. What's your thing doing?
Okay, so...
Okay, so here we have the new and improved.
Model, yes.
Yes, I wanted to show that before. So basically, what changes is mainly the glass, but also the monitors. Added more functionality and all this kind of stuff. So if I just let that unfold, and just for fun, I placed one of these in orbit around Earth. Like that location's not available yet, but it will be very soon. And it just looked absolutely stunning. Or you could see it out. You could see Earth out of the window. It's really impressive. So I'm just going to let that close up, and then I'm going to put my suit on the hanger here. Okay, so I wouldn't really do that normally, but it doesn't matter. Okay, come on, Mr. Rat. Alright, so pop that into the charger, the filler. Okay, so you can see wonderful, better glass. And so all the screens now have standby modes, so they don't eat power, this kind of stuff. And so eventually, these side things here, you'll be able to store items in them.
Yeah.
Over here. So at the moment you can't, but it will be very soon. So if I go into the cockpit here. So before we had the glass, it was really yellow, and it was getting a little bit tiring, so to speak. So we basically changed that. So it's no longer yellow. And there have been some optimizations to the model itself as well. So if I go into outside view, we can't hear it. And now we can. Really sound simulation. Alright, cool. So I'm going to go back into the and join you.
Yeah.
But before I do, there's one thing I would also like to show, and that is actually Cydonia. Because what happened was before we had the background models for the train were incredibly large, and it was actually causing extreme slowdowns, performance issues. And so what we did, we actually cut those up. Okay, I think we got some issues here again. It doesn't like me. Oh wait, never mind. Take that back. Right, so if I go into Cydonia here and hop into free fly, just come kill everything. There we go. And so as you can see, the performance is much higher. And it's like I said, because of the background terrain with one huge model, so any tracing and all this kind of stuff had to go through that model and calculate it, so it was extremely slow. Now, while Matt just quickly builds us a base in that multiplayer server before I join, I'd also like to show a little bit of actually water. Sounds ironic, but basically we have water, which a lot of people don't know about. You can place water zones in the editor, as you can see I'm doing here. So I'm just going to lift it up. I'll just resize it to a more appropriate size. And so about 10 meters? No, too little. Right, in that case we shall put it to 960. Oh, whatever, I'm just going to leave it like this, and I'm just going to put it down to the ground a little bit. And so basically you can make your own scenarios with, you know, water. So this is mostly for modders. We also actually recently added over here the rock reducer. Now if I just start that up here, basically what you can do is you can reduce the rocks in the location, so it's mainly for modders. So you can reduce the rock fields, you can reduce the flat rocks and all this kind of stuff, and then save it to the world file. Now that's useful if you're making a location and you put too many rocks and you don't want to go one by one deleting them. You can do this as a kind of automatic way. And so over here we have lovely water. So this will just kind of evaporate, but we're not going to worry about that. Just go straight to swimming. Swim. So we do have actually swimming, and we do calculate the pressure, which you would experience based on the gravity on Mars, etc. So you can swim around and you can place custom zones like this. So I'm just going to swim back out. And so do you have the how's the server going?
It's just coming up for a quick restart.
Okay, cool. Right, so I'm just probably going to switch off friends offline. Right, so that's water.
Yep.
And it actually does simulate the buoyancy. Sometimes I'm at a loss for words. Right, so if I just drop a medium or large rover, let's say, drop it in, it will go splash. Well, no particle effects yet, but it will sink to the ground. We can see it floating partially from the main body.
So we're also actually running short on time. Time flies. So
I'm going to go back to the main menu then.
Is there anything key that you would like to show as well, or any updates?
Well, are there any questions, more importantly? Because
I will bring up the
I
screen.
will gladly answer them. I'll just quickly look through this. I do not think there's anything that I particularly wanted to address that I have not shown. So, indicate lights and accessing inventories and all this kind of stuff.
While we're doing this, if you just go to expert and you can change it to camera only.
Camera only.
There we go. And you can see both our pretty faces. Beautiful. And our lack of fire escape.
Yeah. We'd get out of there very quickly, so just safe get out, I guess.
So, if anybody has any... Will weather affect players and buildings?
Will weather affect players and buildings? No, they will not, in fact, because in the building, you're in a different zone, so to speak. So it won't actually affect you. You'll see it outside, so it'll affect people outside, but definitely not inside. But to clarify, the Martian weather is actually extremely thin, so even if you were outside, it wouldn't really blow you around. You'd hardly feel it.
So somebody's asked, will there be pipes and will we be able to fix things to the pallets again?
I'm not really sure about fixed things to the pallets, but pipes, that's a question that's been raised on the forums about 3 times. At this point, we do not plan to do pipes, simply due to time. We do have to prioritize, obviously. So at this point, no pipes, but should be possible to mod in. Or if we get time, definitely I would like it as well. But time-wise, we have to prioritize. So first things first.
So somebody's asking as well, is the track IR support?
No, not at the moment. With track IR, we're actually implementing joystick support, which has been long awaited. So joystick also means wheels, pedals, and all this kind of stuff. So once we implement that, we will be looking at this kind of stuff as well. But I don't want to promise anything which I'm not sure we can keep.
So people are asking about game modes and things. You mentioned earlier there will be the competitive game mode.
Yes, that's coming up next week. Competitive will mean that everyone for themselves. So here we were cooperating. In competitive, it means each of us lands in his own landing module. We're probably going to do a small one for landing for competitive. But it also means that, for example, the Man Mobile Lab, which we saw, the big thing I showed just before we quit the game, that will actually land by itself. It'll have a whole landing system, and it'll only land one in competitive, so it'll be an extremely valuable vehicle. So in competitive, you'll be competing against each other. You can obviously join together if you want. It's up to you guys, of course. But the idea is that you can do whatever you want.
Nice, awesome. So, what else are the questions?
Right, so I'm seeing character customization. We do have it separated, so the head is separate from the body and all this kind of stuff. So we do support it. We haven't got it in there yet. Again, it's one of those more graphical things, which is not as important as gameplay. So as I was mentioning before, we are prioritizing. So at this point, there is no character customization, but we would like to have it eventually, hopefully. But I'm not going to promise that at this point.
You also get the different suits, though.
Oh yes, of course, yeah. So I show that in the, as we were taking our suits off. We always took the same suits, but in fact, I could take Matt's suit and leave him without a suit. So. So there's you could even do clothing in that same fashion, but there's not much point to clothing at this point.
Fair enough. Has anybody got any other questions?
I see aliens. No, there won't be aliens. We're keeping it realistic. There is a kind of like a monolith in the campaign, but that's just more of an Easter egg than anything.
Somebody's asking about any kind of power plant to recharge batteries for vehicles.
And get out of power in every vehicle. Well, power is something we will be dealing with, but right now the things we really want to address right now are finish off survival, finish off competitive, finish off the orbital segments. Those are quite short. There were not too much work on that, luckily. And afterwards, we do plan to actually address. It completely fell out of my head once it came to my head. But basically, we want to finish. Oh yes, that's right. The life support module. So we want to finish the colonization part first, and then we want to do the power, right? And with power, you should be able to have solar panels generate power. You should have multi-mission radio.
What's the abbreviation?
Okay, MMRTGs.
Yeah.
Okay, no,
that's a wild guess.
Basically, radioisotope thermoelectric generator. There we go. Okay. And so they generate power through essentially plutonium, which is decaying and actually gives out alpha particles warming up, and through wonderful two types of metals generates power. And there was kind of a funny idea of actually implementing a nuclear reactor which would be extremely expensive to create, but it would generate a lot of power. And the idea is that you'd have to cool it, and if you don't cool it, you could have a nuclear meltdown.
This is taking me back to those times in Minecraft with the nuclear reactors, and then everybody would come back on the server like 5 minutes after they'd left me, and it was like, there was an accident. I'm sorry. Everything's gone.
Well, it was one of those things which would be extremely funny to see in competitive, because you could go to someone else's nuclear reactor, kind of take his cooling away, and then let it kind of like give him a nuclear meltdown nearby.
Awesome. So, if anybody doesn't have any questions, what about custom vehicle construction?
Custom vehicle construction, I'm not sure I perfectly understand what that means, but if you're referring to the same style of construction as was in the space program, where you can fit the rover with different stuff, that's not planned at this point. But you will actually construct all the vehicles from individual pieces. So we are considering specifically for the manned cargo transport, because it is so modular in design, to have it, for example, have just a flatbed, and this kind of stuff. But like I said, the most important thing is to first finish the gameplay elements. That's our top priority. Before we finish that, we don't want to worry about anything graphical or any stuff like this.
Splendid. And then Slats asks, what about mod tools? So what are the differences with the tools between the real virtuality engine and the Enforce engine? Well,
the two engines are extremely different. Basically, both have an in-game editor, but they're very different in style. Right. To clarify, no, it does not use the ARM engine. It is a different engine. Both are made in-house, but Enforce is a different engine. To clarify, I'm just repeating myself. But anyways, the point is that the tools for the Enforce we've actually provided with the game. So if you start up the loader, instead of just pressing play game,
the launcher
mixed up. Yes. So in the launcher, you can start Workbench. You can start the FBX to TXO converter tool for models to import them, and in fact, you guys have everything we have. So we haven't got any tools which you guys don't. So basically, you could say that we're working like modders, so to speak.
Fair. So Santa has asked probably the last question. Will we be able to produce suits so we can get different types?
Yes, definitely. At this point, we haven't got it in yet, which is, again, like I mentioned, prioritization. But the idea is that you will be able to produce them. At this point, we're not sure if it will be a specific suit which you can produce, because obviously making a whole spacesuit is not exactly an easy process. But that's still an evaluation, whether you'll be able to print all 3 suits that are currently available, or whether there will be one specific one which you'll be able to print. So either way, whatever we choose, the mods can do whatever they want, So.
Right. So I think that's about it all. We've got maybe one final question from Z Japan. Are we going to implement a list on the 3D printer?
Yes, definitely. We want to overhaul that menu. At the moment, it's terrible. You want to find one thing, you just click, and it's a click fest. The 10,000 mouse clicks your mouse can stand gets used up very quickly. So we are planning on replacing that with, in fact, a 3D menu, just like the other stuff uses. And so there will be the whole idea is that you'll have an icon for each type of item, and it'll be categorized. But again, that's kind of more graphical stuff. So again, gameplay first, graphical stuff afterwards.
So he seems very happy with that. So I think we should probably wrap it up there then. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I mean, just quickly going through this, there is nothing I'm missing, I think. Excellent.
Okay, so thank you everybody for tuning in today.
Thanks, guys.
Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and you can kind of see the significant progress that has happened with Take on Mars over the past couple of months.
Yes, we've been extremely busy.
Yeah.
So I'd just like to say, as a team, we kind of do apologize for not keeping to the roadmap as planned. However, it was just unavoidable, and it is early access, and we are doing things which really haven't been done all that much before. For example, the hydroponics, that hasn't been done before much, not in the style that we've got it. So, and we are a very small team, so it is very difficult to kind of say, okay, we're going to have it done in a month, and month comes and we realize, oh crap, we're running out of time. So we are people. We do make mistakes.
Awesome. So thank you everybody else. Thank you everybody again for tuning in, and those that joined the server.
Cheers, guys.
Have a good weekend.
Yes, enjoy your weekend, and hope to see you online.
Sure. Just click that.